The Swiss city of Basel played host to the TOTAL BWF World Championships 2019, the 25th edition of the prestigious tournament. And for the first time, it was also held in tandem with the TOTAL BWF Badminton World Championships 2019. St. Jakobsschale was the battlefield for both tournaments, making it a one-stop badminton bonanza for fans. The World Championships provided one of the biggest stages for players to make their mark, but for one, it was to be his last. England's men's singles stalwart Rajiv Usuf called time on his 14-year international career after bowing out on day one to Jonathan Christie. Five-time world champion Lin Dan has no plans to hang up his racket just yet, but the 35-year-old Chinese star had to concede defeat to India's Prannoy HS after being pushed to another three-gamer.
今天的经历没有能够做得特别的好，可能也跟恢复有关系。当然还有一个，我觉得像昨天作为男子单打，我算打得比较晚的，但今天早上比赛就很早就开始，所以我觉得我不觉得这个我不知道这个是合理还是不合理，但是我不知道是怎么安排的。对于我来讲，肯定年龄比较大点运动员来讲，恢复可能会相对来讲会更加严格一些。
After upstaging 10th seed Samir Verma, it was a step too far for the 34th ranked Lo Kian Yu when he faced Blibli Indonesia Open 2019 champion Cho Tian Chen in the round of 16. Anthony Sinisuka Ginting couldn't set up an all-Indonesian quarterfinal after a lackluster performance against Sai Praneeth, who triumphed in straight games. The Indian would face Ginting's compatriot Christie in the last eight. The latter won comfortably against Denmark's Jan O. Jorgensen. In women's singles, the headlines were dominated by another unseeded Singaporean shuttler Yeo Jia Min. Up against the top seed Akane Yamaguchi in the round of 32, the 20-year-old rose to the occasion to notch a famous victory over one of the title favourites.
相手に先手を取られてしまって、常に相手のリズムで試合が進んでしまったので、そこが良くなかったなというふうに思います。
I just try to focus every point and try not to make simple errors at the last part of the game. She's good at defense and rally, so I think I try to just be patient but find the chance to attack.
Yeo continued her fairy tale run, defeating Vietnam's Thi Trung Vu to set up a quarterfinal clash against 2013 winner Ratchanok Intanon. Up against Gregoria Mariska Tanjung, the Thai hauled herself from the brink of elimination, saving 2 match points in the second game before prevailing 21-10 in the decider. Men's doubles was no stranger to giant killing acts when Choi Sol-yu and Seo Seung-jae shocked the world number ones Marcus Fernaldi Gideon and Kevin Sanjaya Sukamuljo in the round of 32. The Koreans bounced back from a first game loss and a 17-19 deficit in the decider to prevail in 64 minutes.
We didn't ready for their serve because they always delaying, stop, and very long to have one serve. They make us our rhythm cannot maintain our rhythm.
일단 오늘 상대방이 세계 랭킹 1위 선수이고 되게 각종 대회에서도 되게 꾸준하게 좋은 성적을 보이던 선수들이었는데 그에 맞춰서 일단 상대방이 되게 드라이브나 수비적인 부분에서 아주 좋다고 생각하기 때문에 저희가 이제 끝날 때까지 놓치지 않고 계속 공을 보자고 하고 게임에 집중했던 게 좀 오늘 승리의 요인이지 않았나 생각합니다.
Fifth-seeded duo Hiroyuki Endo and Yuta Watanabe were another high-profile casualty after Germany's Mark Lamsfuss and Marvin Seidel held their nerve to claim victory on their fourth match point. Over in mixed doubles, world number 22 Robin Tabeling and Selena Piek were wreaking havoc against the established order. 13th seeds Hu Ji Ting and Du Yue were the first to taste defeat at the hands of the Dutch duo. Daihatsu Yonex Japan Open 2019 runners-up Praveen Jordan and Melati Daiva Octavianti were next on the list. Despite being seeded 6th in Basel, the Indonesians went down meekly in the decider, winning just 8 points and handing the quarter-final spot to the Dutch.
It's unbelievable. The best 8 pairs in the world. It's in Europe, which you can hear a lot of Dutch fans, and it makes it for us a lot more joyful to play for.
20 enticing matches were played on 2 courts on quarterfinals day. Here's a quick recap of all the results. Thailand's Kantafon Wangcharoen stole the headlines in men's singles with a gritty fight back against an informed Cho Tianchen.
ก็รู้สึกมีความสุขครับก็นี่ก็เป็น World Championship ครั้งแรกด้วยรู้สึกว่าเหมือนฝันที่จะได้เข้ารอบเซมิไฟแนล
Another debutant, Lee Tse-jia's campaign was halted by top seed Kenta Momota in a comprehensive 37-minute victory. Meanwhile, Sai Pranith outplayed 4th seed Jonathan Christie to become the first Indian men's singles player in 36 years to medal at the World Championships. And Denmark's Anders Antonsen dispatched 2-time world champion Chen Long with a calculated change in strategy.
In the beginning I was trying too hard in my offense and it didn't really work, so I was running a lot. So then I started to play a little bit more defensive.
Over in women's singles, Tai Tzu Ying's hopes for a world title were crushed by Pusarla v Sindhu in a 71-minute match dominated by long and grueling rallies.
18 all, and then it was like anybody's game. We had to be very patient and we just had to keep the shuttle in the court.
第3局的分数其实也一直很焦灼，那自己也算是尽全力去打了。
Chen Yufei won the final 6 points to see off the gutsy challenge of Denmark's Mia Blichfeldt in another 3-gamer. Ratchanok Intanon and Nozomi Okuhara completed a mouth-watering semi-final lineup. It was a matter of youth over experience in men's doubles. China's Li Junhui and Liu Yuchen took just 28 minutes to defeat their senior compatriots Liu Cheng and Zheng Nan. In another all-Japanese affair, 3rd seeds Takeshi Kimura and Keigo Sonoda were stunned by their juniors Takuro Hoki and Yugo Kobayashi in 3 tantalizing games. The top half of the draw saw Indonesia's Muhammad Hassan Hendro Setiawan and Fajar Alfian Muhammad Rian Ardianto progressing relatively easy. In the longest match of the tournament, Du Yue and Li Yunhui overcame cramps and 3 match points to outlast women's doubles Olympic champions Misaki Matsutomo and Ayaka Takahashi in a 2-hour and 6-minute ultra marathon.
身体状况已经达到极致了吧，心态就是更好了呗，因为身体已经不行了，那心态肯定就更好了。
一定要去拼，主要是信念不能下，就是一定要赢，一定要赢的信念吧。
In another tug of war, 2017 champions Cheng Qingchen and Jia Yifan were dispatched by Gracia Poli and Apriana Rahayu, 25-23, 23-21. Japan's Mayu Matsumoto and Wakana Nagahara advanced due to their teammates' injury, while Yuki Fukushima and Sayaka Hirota needed 85 minutes to avoid elimination. The top 4 mixed double seeds were intact after the quarterfinal stage. Yuta Watanabe and Arisa Higashino were the only pair to be pushed to a deciding game. Wang Yiliu and Huang Dongping had yet to drop a game, while their compatriots Zheng Siwei and Huang Yangchong were gradually hitting top form following a dodgy performance in the second round. Dechapol Puavaranukro and Sapsari Tira Tanachai ended the fairy tale run of Robin Tabeling and Selina Piek. The Dutch duo was helpless against the Thai combination, despite eliminating 2 seeded opponents in the earlier rounds.